Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Lydia, and if you're one of my amazing returning subscribers, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing Midnight in Dubai by Filthy Rich. So if you guys want to learn more about this stunning niche fragrance, go ahead and stay tuned. Hey guys, as I mentioned before, this is a niche fragrance, and lately I have been trying to get straight into the details of fragrances, but I feel like I really have to give you guys the backstory as to how I ended up purchasing this fragrance. So I will have the timestamps below as well. But you guys, there was this raggedy, janky mall that I would frequent, and I've had this fragrance for almost a year now. But one day I went into that mall partaking of some retail therapy, and there's like this little fragrance shop in there. And whenever I would go to this mall, I would pass this fragrance shop and I would peek in, but I was just like, I'm not gonna go in there because in the front of the store, they have like a whole bunch of mainstream perfumes. I'm just like, half of those I have, the other half I don't want. I didn't think that there was anything substantial in this store. But one day I was desperate, so I walked into the store just looking for anything. I honestly didn't care what type of fragrance I bought. I just needed to go home with some type of bag, some type of purchase. So I went into this fragrance shop looking for that viral perfume oil. I think it's Haram Al Sultan. I know I'm butchering the name. So I went in there looking for it, and I asked the salesman about it. He was just like, we don't have that. They wiped us out of that fragrance, but we do have a lot of other fragrances that you can try out. So I went along the little counters just sniffing everything, and once I actually went into the store, you guys, I'm not kidding, they had every Bond number 9 imaginable. They had Zerjoff, they had Casamarati, like almost every niche fragrance you can think of, they had it in the store. And I was just like, how has this been here for this long and I haven't known that this was here? I smelled a lot of different fragrances, but Midnight in Dubai was literally the main one that stuck out to me a lot, and I just knew that it was something that I needed to have in my collection. So this is what the box and the bottle look like up close. So y'all, that is what the box and the bottle look like up close. I think it was like 120 maybe, and this is a 1.7 ounce. But for a fragrance that I had no knowledge of the brand or the fragrance at all, I was just a little thrown off by that. But they also have a version of this fragrance for men as well. I think it's like a cologne. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the details of this fragrance. It's classified as a fruity floral. The top notes include raspberry, pear, and bergamot. In the middle notes, there's Bulgarian rose, peony, and freesia. And in the base, there's white musk, patchouli, and cashmeran. So let me go ahead and give this a spray and let you guys know what it smells like. Now you guys, as soon as I sprayed this fragrance, it reminded me as to why I purchased it in the first place. I've never smelled any fragrance that smells like this, and I hadn't before I purchased it. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I've been sleeping on this fragrance because I think I wore it a couple times when I first purchased it, but this hasn't been one that I have been reaching for. It's like I'm smelling this fragrance for the first time again. It's very juicy and floral. As soon as you spray it, you immediately get a juicy pear note, as well as a little bit of the raspberry. The raspberry isn't totally like in your face though. It's mainly the pear and the bergamot. You definitely smell the freesia and the peony. And you guys know, usually with rose fragrances or fragrances that have a rose note in it, sometimes they can really get powdery and just not smell the best. But that doesn't happen with this. The rose note is almost even not noticeable in this fragrance. And it is so juicy. Those fruitier notes really carry this fragrance. It almost smells like a good sweet smelling soap, just a little bit. This fragrance is just beautiful. It's very luxurious smelling. It's a very distinct smell. This is nothing like other fruity fragrances that I have smelled in the past. And this was just kind of a reminder that I need to wear this fragrance a lot more than I do. And the pear note, as well as the other fruity notes, they don't smell cheap at all either. It smells like you just cut a pear, a juicy ripe pear. And honestly, when it starts to dry down to just a little bit, it almost smells like a green apple too. but like a really sweet one. It doesn't smell sour. It just smells really bright, fresh, and effervescent to me. With this fragrance, I cannot see it working in the fall and winter months. You can, of course, but this is definitely the smell of spring and summer. Summer special occasions. It is just so beautiful. It is stunning. I'm very happy that I have this in my collection. Unlike the majority of the fragrances that I have, this was not a blind buy. And it was really nice to be able to have that whole experience of purchasing a fragrance in store. And just now knowing of another place where I can purchase luxurious fragrances without having to fight down at Neiman's and Lenox. So if any of you guys have tried Midnight in Dubai by Filthy Rich, let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section. So you guys, that was my review of Midnight in Dubai. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video, and as always, I hope to see all of you guys next time. Bye.